Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Jacob. In this video, I want to talk to you about another misconception when it comes to affiliate marketing. In this one, we're going to talk about the myth that you're just one campaign away, right? You're just one funnel away with one product, right? All you need to do is find that right product and plug it into a funnel and then turn on some traffic, and you're going to be set forever. Okay, we're going to talk about that in this video. I'm going to tell you why that's bullshit. And we're going to talk about the different types of affiliate marketing and what you should be doing to set yourself up for longevity online. Okay. Before we dive into that, be sure to subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so you get notified whenever I drop a new video. Give the video a like if you get any value from it, and leave any questions or comments below, and I'll do my best to get back to you throughout the week. So there's two main ways you can tackle affiliate marketing, right? You can either go about trying to build a brand, an audience somewhere, right, on some kind of platform. Be that with your face as the brand, or like behind a name, like a business type brand you might call it, right, like behind a blog or something. Your goal with that is to build an audience of people, right, generate a certain volume of traffic and have a percentage of people, regularly show up to consume your content and buy stuff, right? Be it one product, two product, 10 product, 50 products. But you're building this big asset to monetize over and over and over again, right? And that can be on any platform. Could be a YouTube channel, could be a Facebook group, could be an email list, whatever. The other way that some people go about doing is what you might call like campaign specific. So they will go and find one product and they'll build a specific page for a specific funnel to promote that specific product. And they'll set up an ad campaign to promote that with the hope of making commissions. Now look, that works. You can definitely make that work, but it's not going to work forever, right? I know there's a big community of people out there who run like Facebook ads to affiliate offers, and some of them get really good results, but what happens in a lot of cases is accounts get shut down, for one. But two, you might have a successful campaign that's working tomorrow, that's working today, and then tomorrow, everything can change, right? Your cost per lead might skyrocket, your cost per acquisition might skyrocket, the refund rate might skyrocket, that affiliate product could disappear altogether. There's all these things that can happen that can basically make things disappear overnight. Now, if you do want to go down that path where you're setting up a campaign for a specific product, what I would recommend is that the brand that you set up that sits behind that is universal, and you can chop and change products, and you're building up a list in a specific niche to promote that product, so that if that product disappears, you can promote other products to them, all these kind of things. Because if you're building your business on the back of a let's call it a Facebook fan page for one specific product, and you've got one funnel for that product, and your ad account gets shut down, or that product disappears, or the campaigns stop working, which they will stop working at some point, and you can't figure out how to make another one that's profitable, you're done, right? Your business is done. You've got nothing to fall back on. You've got no organic audience to fall back on. You've got a list of people who are only ever interested in that product. You might be able to monetize them with other things, but if you haven't nurtured that list properly, like most people don't do, and you haven't given them enough value, you haven't kept that really active, and you've just kind of churn and burn trying to pump that product as much as you can, you really don't have an asset. So I've seen people go from making a ton to nothing overnight because they were all in on like one product, one campaign, and like one page for that product, right? Now, if you've watched this channel for any length of time, you hear me talk about being really focused on one product, one conversion process, and one traffic source. But the difference is that we're talking about building up that traffic source, that platform, as an asset that you can interchange products and still monetize, right? And you can add different conversion processes and still monetize. The point that I'm trying to make here is that you don't want to get sucked in to believing that you'll be able to run one ad or a couple of ads on one platform from one designated fan page to one funnel for one product, and it's going to keep making you money in perpetuity, right? While you're monetizing, you need to be building an asset that you're going to be able to monetize with other products, because products change, offers change, conversion rates change, ad campaigns change, ad accounts get deleted, and if you don't have something to fall back on when that happens to you, you're in a lot of trouble. You're in a lot of trouble. So what I would encourage you to do is build things around an asset, be that an email list, a Facebook group, a YouTube channel, some kind of organic platform you should have to fall back on when things inevitably go sour, with the ads. If you want to do that very specific approach of, I'm going to build this fan page to promote this product and use this specific funnel that's branded to that product, all that, that very, one thing centric, that's cool, do that, but use that as a side thing. Do that on the side where you're also building this asset base that you've always got to fall back on. We share with our students in the Super Affiliate Accelerator, building up a personal brand using organic strategies initially, and then we progress them into paid marketing, still leveraging that personal brand, right? So you might write an ad that shares your story and shares a lead magnet, but you could then go and promote multiple products to those people because they've opted in off the back of hearing your story and they've opted into your brand for that lead magnet, and you could monetize that in multiple different ways, and you can monetize that lead over and over again with different products for months or years to come, right? So then if that one campaign that was promoting that lead magnet, for example, was to stop working, you've still got a big asset for your business in that personal brand, be it on Facebook or an email list or YouTube or whatever, right? You need to be really careful that you're building up something that if there's one thing that changes, everything doesn't crumble around it, right? And building up that foundation, that brand asset, a brand equity is the way to do it. Now you can do that in front of the camera, you can do that behind the camera, or with no camera at all. It doesn't have to be a personal brand, you don't have to be on video, it could be a blog or something like that. But you want that platform to fall back on if an ad campaign for a specific product stops working. And it will. It always happens. They always do. Right? Or your ad account gets banned. Right? I know there's one affiliate training program in particular that specifically teaches, setting up particular campaigns for particular products. And I've heard a lot of stories of people, who's maybe they make their first $1,000 a day and then next week their ad account gets banned and that's all they know how to do. Right? And now they're like, crap, what do I do? So this is where a good pathway of organic into paid, building it around yourself or around a brand, gives you an asset that you can really leverage, and it avoids all that pain. It avoids all that pain when the ad campaigns inevitably stop performing, or when the ad account gets banned and it takes you months to try and get it back, or whatever, right? It'll just make you rest a little bit easier at night knowing that you've got something to fall back on. Okay? It's also going to give you way more longevity, because the people who are opting in or joining your group or subscribing or whatever, if you do it the right way, they're doing it for you, right? They're doing it because they want to listen to your content. And that means that they're not just there for a particular product. They're not just there to, check something out and then leave. They're more likely to keep coming back and back and back and back. And it's important that you build your content in that way, because that's going to allow you to monetize, to change direction over time with different products, create your own products, all those kind of things. It's going to give you that ability to transition and to grow. Right now, if you're early on in the piece and you're sitting there, you might be going, Jacob, I just want to make some money. And that's fine. I get that. But how you plan and how you build these things for the future is going to dictate how much of it you're able to make and for how long. Because there's nothing worse than, having that breakthrough and then you can never do it again because something's changed and you've built things the wrong way, right? This you can fall into this trap with content as well, right? Where it's not focused on longevity. You'll see channels out there where they're putting out content that really doesn't have much to do with them as a brand. People are more coming just to get free info and then leave. And they might be able to monetize it, but the repeat business is going to be next to nothing. It's more of a volume game, And for me personally, both strategies work. People make a lot of money with that like broad net approach. But for me, I'd rather a smaller community, less subscribers. Like my Facebook group's got 4,000 and something members. If we let every person in who requested to join over the last couple of years, we'd have like 15, 20,000 people. But there's no point having a lot of people who are never going to engage and never going to buy anything. They're not there for the right reasons. They might spam it, like all that kind of stuff. Same with YouTube, I would rather a smaller channel that I know how to monetize the right way. I share the content that I want to share because I'm going to be consistent with it and I know it's what works, rather than producing content that isn't as helpful, but it's what everyone else is doing. And doing it this way, in my opinion, from my experience and what's worked for me, is that people come back, right? People engage and they inevitably buy once and twice and 3 times. Okay, so you can fall into that same trap that we're speaking about in terms of, building things the wrong way. You can make that same mistake with organic, but you've got more. You've still got the asset to a degree to fall back on. It's just how monetizable is it for you, in the long term. If the people were just there for a free video that you put out about something very particular, and it had nothing to do with you, and you weren't showing up every day, and it was just a big broad net of something that you were just doing to push a bunch of people to an offer, the chances of them showing up again is not as high. That repeat business, which is where you get a lot of income from, buyers buying again and again and again and again. That's pretty key to building a personal brand, is producing content in a way that makes people want to keep coming back to see kind of what's next, right? And it means that you don't need as many followers, subscribers, group members, whatever, to monetize, because they're there for the right reasons. They're more interested in you and what you're doing and how you can help them than just for a ton of free information. Who cares how many subscribers you have if you can never monetize it, or if you can only monetize it to a small degree? It's a vanity metric. It doesn't mean anything, right? You're starting this online business thing to make money, I assume, and everyone's chasing subscribers or group members or followers or whatever, right? And when you don't have any sales, that's the metric you can look at as kind of a proxy for growth. But you've got to know that the strategy that you're deploying is ultimately going to allow you to monetize it. Otherwise, you could just be building this huge audience of people who are never going to buy anything, of freebie seekers, from coming from a place where they're never going to buy anything expensive, which is ultimately what you need to be integrating high ticket to hit the income goals that most people are chasing. There needs to be some kind of high ticket offer in there, from my experience. So look, you can definitely fall into that trap with organic, but it's at least you've still got some kind of thing to fall back on, but you can build it the wrong way. You can build it in a way that means people won't come back. So lesson here is make sure you're building that asset, that foundation, whatever platform that is for you, that's fine. But don't, just build the business up on the foundation of like one specific fan page, one specific branded funnel for one specific product, and then like churn and burn approach. Because when that product stops being sold, when conversion rates tank, when refund rates go up, when your ads stop working, your CPA goes up, your cost per lead goes up, your ad account gets banned or whatever, you're going to be done, right? You want to be focused, absolutely. You want to only narrow down on a few products, but you want to monetize it through a brand that can be an asset for months and years to come, right? That's the key lesson here. So just make sure that if you do want to go down that path of those kind of campaign specific things, that you're doing it on the side and you're building this asset at the same time, because that's what's going to give you the longevity online. The other one might make you money here and there, and if you find this amazing kind of unicorn campaign, it could make you a lot in a short period of time, but it'll stop. And you need that thing to fall back on. You absolutely need it if you're interested in longevity, right? If you're just here to kind of get in and out, then you can probably ignore this. But for the people watching this who want a career online, longevity online, that's really, really important. If you want help building that asset base, that personal brand asset base, check out the Super Affiliate Accelerator. You can see if that's a good fit for you or not. Subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to you on the next video. Cheers.